Okay, I guess I'm all ready. Welcome to my channel here on YouTube. My name is Karen McNall, and I'm with inspiredbygram.com is my website. And that was created after my grandmother, who was or lived to be about almost 101. So it's dedicated to her. I'm going to give a few more minutes to let a few people, more people to come on. It's really good to be back, like I mentioned in my comment. If you are, if you'd like to let us know where you're watching from, that's always fun to see who's watching. So I'm going to be showcasing my card club that I announced this week, along with a free with a purchase class. I'm going to go through everything that I've been working on since I got home from hiking the Vermont Long Trail. So it's been probably 8 weeks, maybe 7 weeks since I've done a live, and that was because I had so much to do before I left for my through hike, and then it took 33 days to complete. So anyway, we will get started here. If you're late, you can always go back and watch the replay. All right, so I'm going to be working with Textured Chic tonight, and that is my monthly card club designer series paper. And then I'm going to also go over the free with a purchase class that I'm offering. And I'm really surprised this has not sold as well as I expected it to. So that's another reason why I'm going to be showing you guys as well. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit more. Maybe I can get a little bit closer here. Okay, you can see my current host code up here. Anyone in the United States is welcome to use it, customers and demonstrators, if you would like to help me out to earn the incentive trip. So I'm going to talk about that after I go through this class here. So this is a free with a purchase class, and if you purchase $75 in product from my website, inspiredbygram.com, and use this host code when your order's under $150, I will be sending you a free card class the second week of October. And what it's going to consist of is going to be 8 cards. And if you remember, I'm bringing Celebration back. And if you can remember this paper here, I'm not going to open this packet because this is going to go to one of my customers who's going to earn this class here. But this was Celebration paper, and it came with a stamp set. In order to earn this for free, you needed to place an order of $100 in products. So I have 18 of these left. So I have plenty to send out. But I need your order to do that. So if your order is $75 to $149.99, make sure you use that host code. If it's over that, then you do not use that host code. Just go to my website and hit the shop now button and enter your order. And I will see it come through. If it's $150 or more, you're going to automatically get this class. But if your order is that high, you may want to consider joining Stampin' Up! In the Inspired Daisies team of stampers, especially if you think you're going to be purchasing $300 every quarter. So that first time you've got plenty, or that first quarter, you've got plenty of months, over 5 months to hit that $300 mark. And most everybody does that. So anyway, let's go over the cards here that we're going to be making. So this again is there's going to be 4 cards, so 2 of each design, so that's 8 total. You're going to get all the die cuts, the punches. You'll have to cut your designer series paper because I'm going to be sending you a 12 by 12 pack full. You'll get enough organdy ribbon that will be used on the cards, and I'll give you a little extra as well. I just noticed that dot there was a little off. And then the in color 22, 24 in color matte decorative dots, you'll get enough of those to make the cards, plus use on your kits or your craft products as well. All right, so this one here has got a melon mambo card base, and I've added a nice little Pear Pizzazz butterfly here. I'm using a new die set, which I got right before right before I went on my through hike. Let me just find it here. It's underneath here. So I just remembered. So it's called let me just get it out here because it's great. I haven't used all of the dies yet, so I'm looking forward to creating with this here. So it's called the Designer Tags Dies, and if you're interested in it, the item number is 159165. So you've got these nice little tags, and I use that one on a sympathy card. And then here's this one here. It's got stitching around it too. And then here's another one, which works well with this one here. And this one actually will, if I can get it right, it's gonna die cut these nice little, the stitching and the little like flowers. And then here's a big one that you can actually thread your ribbon through and do some kind of fancy embellishing there too. Also comes with foliage that's really nicely die cut in Evening Evergreen. We've got a nice little flower rose here. And then again, here's that butterfly. Now this one here, I haven't used, and my guess is it goes to, let's see, one of the dies, and it's got this little hole in it, and I really don't know how I use that, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, this is the new die set, and it's called Designer Tags. Love it. All right, so you'll see some of the tags incorporated in the 4 designs that I'm making. For this one, it says, you make a difference every day. And the stamp set is called Inspired Thoughts. The stamp set that you get for free doesn't have any sentiments on it, but I used Inspired Thoughts if you're wondering what stamp set I used. That stamp set's best for 12 months of the year. It's got Christmas on it, sympathy, congratulations, everything you can think of. And then on the inside here, I just kind of designed them simple and sweet. And this is the stylish shapes. And then under here is a new punch. It's called Handmade Tag. So on that one. All right. And then we've got a nice little Pear Pizzazz panel underneath the Wonderful World Designer Series paper. Now everything is going to be, your envelope flaps will be covered. So it makes a nice little, nice little card set here. Some of them will have stamping on the front and some will not. So that's card number 1. And then card number 2 is it's your time to be remembered, to feel appreciated, and to know you're celebrated. And this is a top fold card. And here I stamped the rose in Mossy Meadow. Okay. And then here's the fabulous envelope flap. And then on the front, I stamped that one in Mossy Meadow as well. And then card number 3 is kind of my favorite one, I think, because it's so striking with the Starry Sky, Daffodil Delight. These, the iris I colored with Orchid Oasis Stampin' Right markers. And then I also colored the foliage with Mossy Meadow marker. And here's the organdy ribbon. Thank you so much. And then here's one of those tags that I used from the die set. And then here's that matching coordinating envelope. So really, really nice. And then here's a sympathy card that I was talking about earlier with that nice little fancy tag. I like how this is die cut over here too. And then I used the organdy ribbon there, stylish shapes. This is stamped in Rich Raspberry, by the way, which is the color here on the Designer Series paper. And I did tie the little tag here to the organdy ribbon, and that is the In Color Glitter or Glimmer ribbon. Then here is the inside of this one, and I just always like to put my ribbon on the inside as well, so you can kind of see that. You can probably sneak a little like gift card under that if you were wondering, or not on a sympathy card, of course, but if it was like a birthday card. So, and there's the envelope, and here's the front one. So that is a class I'm offering. Again, it's free with a purchase, $75 or above. And any order under 150, you should use that host code here. And also, if it's over 150, I will automatically send this to you. You don't need to use the host code. And you should also think about joining Stampin' Up. All right, so that's my card class for the month. And now, card club. So I don't know if Kathy's on here or not. Okay. Oh, hey, Marianne. Nice to see you there. Marianne's on my team. Okay, so I had a little email from Kathy. I won't say any last names. She didn't know about, she's been with Card Club for 6 months, so she's going to get her $25 of free product from me when I send it out at the end of the month. But she's like, I don't know about this one, but it's very striking in person and it's very, very hard to photograph, especially in my craft room. It's just the lighting cannot do these cards justice. What was really good today was Stampin' Up! Announced the weekly specials, the deals. So for September 8th until the 14th, lots of the weekly deals here go with the textured chic designer series paper. So I have this, I'm going to be putting it on my website, and I did email this out early this morning, I believe, but I'm going to email it out again. So make sure you're on my email list. But on the specials here, they've got the textured chic memories and more for $8. And then they've got the textured chic memories and more cards and envelopes. That's a really nice deal there. And that says $9.60. Originally $12. The rose gold will go with that paper as well. You got the trinkets, adhesive backed flowers. Soft succulent ribbon here will definitely go as well. If you're looking to make slimline cards, here are the slimline envelopes for $9. We've got the white frayed ribbon. Summer Shadows dies. Now that was an error. So that actually, cross that off. That is not on special anymore. We've got the snowy white velvet sheets. Those are 12 by 12. Real red mini ruffled ribbon. Now that's going to be great for Christmas. So make sure you get your Christmas ribbon out ordered very quickly. The soft pastels assortment and the fresh freesia in color open weave ribbon. So great deals here. Make sure you check those out. Also, if you're looking to save a little bit of money, don't forget about that clearance rack because there are some really, really good deals there as well. Excuse me. All right, so here's Card Club. So my stack of cards here. What you will get this month, let me just kind of bring it all in here so I can work with it here. All right, so the designer series paper I'm going to show you first because it is really fabulous. Okay, so you'll get them 6 by 12, so this one's ready to go. Most of the time I can keep the wrapper on, but sometimes I can't, especially with a specialty paper for some reason. Okay, I'm going to zoom in because you need to see this, and you need to see the foil. One side has foil and it's gold, and the other side does not. So here's this one. And then on the back side is the coordinating. So those two go together, right, like that. I'm using both of these patterns in Card Club. I'm using this one too. We're going to be working with this one tonight. So this one has a lot of the mango melody on it. And then if you like flowers with a lot of white, that's the back side of this one. Evening Evergreen, so rich. And then here's your Christmas paper. Okay, so we've got fall, and then we have winter. And this I would call summer, for sure. And then I'm running out of space here. We've got pink. I'm using this pattern as well. And on the reverse side here are beautiful flowers. I'll be using this too. And then here's a lot of that soft succulent. Again, that soft succulent ribbon will look really nice on this. I don't have any left. I would have showed you, but I don't have any left. Here's a nice wood grain, evening evergreen, kind of soft succulent color. And then if you like polka dots, we've got polka dots with the gold foil. And this is petal pink. And then on the back side of that one is the seashells. I do not have that set or the dies, so I really didn't work with this one, but that is your summer. You've got fall, winter, and then maybe spring over here. So 4 seasons all in this paper. It is really nice. So if you haven't seen this in person and you're part of my card club, this is what you're going to get. I would like to welcome, I just got a new subscriber to my card club, Scrappy. Oh, I apologize. I just got the email right before and I can't remember who it is, but thank you so much for ordering card club. That does help me get towards the incentive trip. So, so this is what you've got. I'm throwing in also Stampin' Dimensionals because you're going to be using a lot of these. And I give $20 worth of Stampin' Up! Products every month in club. Most times it's over the $20 dollar value. So we got Stampin' Dimensionals full pack. There's 300 in there, plus all the little edge pieces. And then I'm using the opal rounds, which are two different sizes here. 50 of the big and 50 of like the smaller one. And this is all I have left here, but those look really, really nice. You can also color these with your Stampin' Blends. Let me show you that. So I'll just grab a really bright color here. And when I do that, I like to use the brush tip just because it's a little bit easier, has a little bit more a juice in it, really. Okay, so that's what it would look like. And I know that's probably really not great for you to see, but that's how you can color in embellishments as well. This is alcohol based, so the ink will not come off once it's dry. So opal rounds will be in there too. So then what you're going to get are the cards. We're going to make this one tonight. Follow your own star. The stamp set I chose to use, I've had in my craft room for a bit. It's called Stepping Stones, and it's more inspirational type of stamp set. And I really love every single one here. So I'm going to be making Follow Your Own Star. The stamp set's $22. You can always add it on if you send me an email, or you can just order it on your own. I do provide my ordering link on the link to join. So I use a punch called Starlight Punch, and it's got all different kinds of shapes of stars, so that made it super easy. And then on the inside, they're just designed very basic. This one here has the an embossed panel as well. Now this one is new to me. It's called a tearing technique, and it was kind of like a scroll. Now some people leave this on, and some people will tear it all the way to the end. But I wanted to try this technique to see what my card club members would like. If they'd like me to do this one, it's just something new I'm bringing to them. And I always like to try to bring some new things too. So dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. And then here's this one. I will be giving you some of that pink ribbon here. It's like velvet, you guys. This one says, great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance. Now this one I have kind of stuck for photography. I use mini Stampin' Dimensionals there. So let me just open this one up very carefully. Okay, so this is what this one looks like. It's so like, look at that. It's very, very pretty on it. And that gold foil just looks so nice. Forget that mini Stampin' Dimensional, but you can see I use the deckled rectangles, and that one will be already cut for you as well. So, and here's that that really nice ribbon going through as well. So I like this one too. The backside is all petal pink. Of course, you can decorate the backside if you want, but that will take a lot of your designer series paper. And then here's the last one. I've got Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen, and then that Textured Chic. An obstacle is often a stepping stone by William Prescott. And here's that gold paper. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll be using it tonight. I've got a nice little strip here, and then Evening Evergreen. I don't know if you can see that or not right there. And then the inside here as well. So this die cut comes, if you can remember, we haven't used this one in so long, but it's a bundle. I don't, Quiet Meadow is the stamp set, and then Meadow Dies is the die, and I used this one right here. So you'll get all those die cuts. So you don't need to have the dies. I have them for you, and I do all the punching, the cutting, die cutting, organizing, everything, collating everything. So all you guys need to do is cut your designer series paper, and I give you the specs on that along with instruction sheets in color, and I print them and I send them with the kits. You also get the PDF, and you will also get video links too to every single card. So that is my card club for September, again using stepping stones. So I will need this because I need to mount my stamps on my blocks here. So I wanted to show you the blocks I'm using. So let me just grab this one here and this one. Let me just see. Let's see if there's any questions. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm going to make the easier. I don't know. They're both pretty easy, but I'm going to make this one first, and then we'll do this one here. So let me grab my kit and follow your own star. And then the other one was the stepping stone. So that's this one here. All right. So the block I'm using for follow your own star is a size D. And my sentiments I like to put on at an angle here. And that's because, let me center that a little bit better. It's because if you put it on at an angle, your eyes will not focus on here. They're going to focus on the stamp itself. And then the bigger block, I don't know where my eye block is. Or no, this is eye, but there's a smaller one, but I don't know where it is. So I'm going to have to use this really big eye block. And that one is going to be kind of at an angle as well. That way my eyes are not focusing on this part of the stamp set. The ink, I'm only going to be using soft suede, so that's the only ink color for today. All right, this one again is very, very simple. And I'm going to go get the embossing folder. All right, so the embossing folder that I used for my card club this month, and what I thought worked best with the paper is the gingham embossing folder, and I use this one quite a bit. You can see, so it's one of the thinner ones. It's not the 3Ds. And did you know that you can emboss 2 panels, like 4 by 5 1/4 or any size, at the same time? And that's like one less thing you'll have to do. Just a little tip for you. Okay, so we're working with petal pink, which is quite a bit of pink in this card. You could reverse it and use soft suede if you wanted to. So my card base again is petal pink. It's going to be opening this way. So we've got 8.5 by 5.5, and I've already scored it with my trimmer and just burnished it with my bone folder. And then next up is going to be the gingham. That's 4 by 5 1/4. And then I got to remember everything that goes next. So I like to use 3 by 4 pieces of designer series paper. That way you can maximize the paper. So that's 3 by 4. And it's going to go on a piece of petal pink, which is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then we're going to mount that on a piece of soft suede, which is just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So 3 3/8 by 4 3/8. So we're going to do all of this first. Let me just grab my silicone craft sheet. I like to protect this work surface. It's brand new matte here, and I don't want to mess it all up with my adhesive. I'm going to be using liquid glue. Okay, so Kathy, you're on here. I see you, and we're making one of these cards. Actually, 2 of the cards from Card Club, so you can see them, and I'll go through them again at the end. All right, so again, this is 3 by 4. There is a hint of fresh freesia in this paper. It's not listed as one of the choice colors, but it is right in there. And then let me show you. Here's the fresh freesia ribbon, and that will go pretty nicely with this paper, and I'm sure it will go nice with some of the other patterns as well. Okay, so then that's super easy. We're going to add glue to this one and adhere it right down to the soft suede. And soft suede is the ink color I'm using. Okay, then we've got our, all right, I'm going to need Stampin' Dimensionals on this one here. So let me grab those. And we will add 5, 1 in every corner and 1 in the middle. Now, a lot of you know I went hiking for a month. Well, before I left, 4 days before, I was diagnosed with carpal tunnel in my right hand, which is my primary hand. So it only got worse when I hiked. And now that I'm back at work, it's not feeling so good typing all day. So we got to figure that one out. But that's why I like to use my Take Your Pick tool because it's so much easier for me to get those backings off. So they all stay on that little pointer and I can just throw those right in my garbage. Okay, so then this one, oops, nope, I got that one prepped. I'm a little rusty because I haven't done a live in so long. It's been a long time. I didn't feel like I was gone for a month hiking, but I definitely feel like I've been gone like more, like 3 months in my craft room, but I'm getting caught up slowly. All right, so that's tone on tone with a gingham embossing folder. Then we're going to take this piece here and it's just going to get layered on right in the center. It's really no pattern, like you don't have to be careful about cutting your paper on this one. All right, so then we have the white and that's for the inside. And then I've got a strip of a piece of that designer series paper once again for the inside that's cut 4 inches and it's 1 inch tall there. So we're going to add this one on first. And it's really hard to pick up things I've found. Hopefully I can get that fixed without surgery. Okay, so that looks real good. I like to use my Stampin' Seal for my white panels. So I'll just add a little bit to each corner and the middle as well. And then this one gets layered right on. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping. And I have 2 strips in case I make a mistake. I've got 4 tries just because I'm finding it's pretty hard to stamp, unfortunately, with my fingers being numb. All right, so this one says follow your own star. And then I'm going to stamp more towards the left side because we need to leave room for the stars. And hopefully I can get this. I don't know, it's hard. Oh, wow, I got that spot on. I can't get any better than that, right? That's really good. Okay, that's all the stamping on that one. Let me close this. I didn't even need to use this one. Okay, we're going to bring this one back in. Now, this one here is going to have your Stampin' Dimensionals on it. And I'm just going to cap this. Okay, so we'll grab those. And we're going to add 3. I like to do the outsides, then the inside, so I kind of get the middle. And then we'll just take these right off. Okay. Now, you just got to decide where you want it. I mean, you could put it in the middle. You can. I like to put it a little bit further down. This is 3/4 of an inch tall, and it's 3 7/8 inch wide. And let me show you. So I wanted it to come over the 3 panels there, just to give it a different look. So again, make sure your card's opening the correct way. You always want to make sure. And I'm just going to drop it down here for now. And then I'm going to take a look at it, make sure it's straight and make sure it's centered properly, and then give it a good press down. The next thing is we're going to make those the stars there. And again, I'm going to be using that Starlit Punch. It is in the annual catalog. And what I'm going to do for club is I'm going to give you plenty of stars. I'm just for each card, so it's going to be pretty easy. So I'll probably give you more than what you need, but you can use them on whatever you want. And then let me grab that foil. Here's that really pretty gold foil. It's in the mini catalog. And I'm going to just punch a bunch of those out too. Now what I did was I just kind of figured out what star I wanted to use. Let me put these on here so you can see it a little bit better. There's, like I said, there's all kinds of shapes of stars here. And here's got that one and this little itty bitty one. So there's 6. Oh, where'd it go? It's so small. Here it is. Let me grab my, there we go. Whoops, my goodness. It's like jumping. Oh, this is the foil one. So that's how small it is. Let me just bring this up a little bit higher once I get these all on here. Somewhere is that pink one I just went flying. It's probably on the floor by now. Okay, so you can kind of see, hopefully, how tiny that one is. It's probably less than 1/4 of an inch. And then you've got all different kinds of sizes here. And I use the petal pink and the gold. And I'm just going to basically figure out which one I used. I used this one here on the card sample. Maybe I'll just use a different one so you can kind of see what, maybe I'll use this big one here and then figure out which one I want on top. I just kind of play with them and see which one. I think that one's too thick. Maybe this one here. Ooh. Okay. That one's too, I think that one's too small. So I think I'm going to go with that one. Okay, so I know what that one's going to look like. These I will just kind of put over to the side. I think mini Stampin' Dimensionals work really nicely with the stars. And I think those are in my bin, but I've got some here. So let me just grab some. There we go. Okay, so what I do is I take my little mini dimensionals out with my tool here, and there's no right or wrong side on the star because it's punched shape. So I'm just going to put that right down in the middle, and then I can just simply take it right off. And then we're just going to add this right down. Okay, so by doing that, now your star has the dimension and it doesn't get lost in that foil. Now on that sample, I did pop this one up as well because I think it needs to be raised up. Even though you've got another level of height on your card, I still think it looks better with just one Stampin' Dimensional. So just add one to the back side. And let me get rid of all this. And then I'm going to add this one here. It doesn't have to be straight. I kind of like it at an angle maybe. All right. Last thing is to add those opal rounds. So again, there's large and smaller ones. And I'm just going to look for an area that doesn't have that gold so we can fill that in. So there's one, and I'm going to use a smaller one for down here. And then the third one, your odd number, I'm going to put right in the middle of that star there. Okay, so that is card number 1 for you. So here's these two. That's a different look. And then here's a look. I like that bigger look, actually. I don't know if how well you can see that or not, but I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. I can, now that my laptop's always behind about 20 seconds, so it just showed this. I actually like the really big one. I don't know which one do you guys like, left or right, card number 1 or card number 2? While you guys are deciding, I'm going to get ready to work on the next card. I have a feeling I know which one it is. You guys are going to pick. Yep, number 2. This one here, yes, for sure. So I just think it's such a more bold kind of look to it. All right, so that's their first card we made. Really super nice. And now we're going to make this one. Now this is a new technique that I learned from Lynn Dunn. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and I pretty much cased her card. So just because that's how I kind of learned. So we're going to be working with soft suede today on this one. And grab my kit here. This one's actually pretty easy once you get it all ready to go. So here's your card base. Again, it's going to be going this way. So 5.5, 8.5, and we've got it scored at 4 1/4, and we'll just burnish it with our bone folder. Then you've got a piece of soft suede again, so tone on tone, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. Then we have the textured Chic paper, which is this one's just shy of, or just over, like 5 1/8 by 2 1/2. Okay. So it's going to get put on here. Actually, hold on, let me think. No, it gets put on here. And my paper trimmer, it needs a new blade, so I apologize for all that frizz there. Okay, so to do this, it's very, very simple. It's not hard at all. And so we're going to add the Designer Series paper to the card base. Okay, we'll flip it on over. And then kind of look at the pattern, because this is what's going to be shown. So don't worry about over here. Just what is that going to be, that focal point. So I'm going to turn it this way. And then this just gets put right on the front of the card base itself. Just center it the best you can. Okay. Next thing is we're going to do some stamping. You can do this either way. I like to stamp it first, because if you make a mistake stamping, well, you can turn it over before you tear. So we're going to go tone on tone with the ink as well. And that is going to be, let's see. Oh, you know what? I did not put the right stamp on. Well, hold on. I'm just going to use a different one. Why not? Okay, so this one says an obstacle is often a stepping stone. Okay, so let's see if I can get this. I didn't exactly put the cling paper on right, so it could be crooked. You know, I don't like that. It's too fine on the dark, so we're going to flip that one over. And let me grab the Dream No Small Dreams, because that's got lots of boldness on it, and that will stamp much better. So I'm just gonna, whoops, mount this on. Oh, this is juicy. Yeah, it's going to be a little crooked, but that's okay. I can't put my head in the camera. You don't want to see my hair. Okay, so we are done with stamping. Okay, so now to do that tearing effect, which we're going to do this. You're going to, I hold the card this way, the panel, and I'm going to tear towards myself. And you just want to do like, don't go all the way straight. Just go kind of zigzagging it a little bit. And I just go right a little bit past the S in Dreams. And then I'm just going to grab another one over here, this side, and just tear it. Again, just give it some life and just go back and forth. Don't go straight across. Okay, so now that looks kind of not very good. So I'm just going to take my scissors here, and I'm going to trim this off. You can use that for something else, so make sure you save it. Okay, so now we're going to add our adhesive. And again, I'm using liquid glue. Maybe. It's a fairly new bottle. I just opened it when I got back from the trail. Yeah, think it would work? No. Hold on. I do have a new pin in my drawer here. I just take a quilting pin. Just needs to be. Just put that in there and it should maybe work. Oh my gosh, there we go. It's working now. All right, so I'm just gonna add this glue here and then here. And then we're gonna make sure this is opening correctly. Always double check. Yes, okay. So then this, again, it's 4 by 5 1/4, so that's kind of your basic panel. So I am just looking at, and it's gonna be hard for you to see because it's tone on tone, but first you add that on. You can use your bone folder too if that helps you, okay? Now what I did was, this is really, really stiff, so I took a paintbrush, okay? And I just kind of rolled it with my paintbrush, the handle, just to get that curling effect there. So there you go. And then I kind of rolled it on my own. And I want to go past that dreams, so we're going to keep going. You can tear it a little bit more if you wanted to. Okay. Then I used my liquid glue. I put it on here, this side that's rolled. Then I rolled it back over. And I'm kind of make sure it's straight. And I'm just going to hold this for 10 seconds. Okay, that should be semi-dry. Now this one's it's much bigger than this one. It's just because I didn't roll that tight enough. So if you don't like the scroll effect, then just keep tearing, okay? That will look good as well. All right, and then simply all that's left for this is your white paper for the inside. And that's 5 1/4 by 4. And then this is 1 or 5 1/4 by 1. And it's just a piece of that pattern paper we used on the front. And this one's going over just a little bit, so I'm going to grab my scissors here and trim that off. And then let's grab our stamp and seal. And then we can add this one for the inside. And then if you think this is like too boring, like you need to jazz this up, don't forget about your Wink of Stella. So let me grab that and let me just put this down. Hopefully this is an old one, so hopefully it won't explode on me. So I'm just going to tap my Wink of Stella onto the Wink of Stella barrel. So that's splattering. That's the splatter effect. Okay. And that does a lot for you. I mean, it's so much better actually with the Wink of Stella. That was just on the fly, you guys. So I'm going to, in the instruction sheets, I'm going to say make sure if you have Wink of Stella, definitely splatter it because it looks so much better than just the plain soft suede. Sorry about that's a little crooked, but again, if you don't like the scroll, then just keep tearing it off and then you'll have 2 torn pieces and that looks really good too. Okay, so that is that card. All right, so let me just check to see if there's any comments, and I'll go through my card club one more time just to see. All right. Oh, Randy, you're very welcome for the card and gift. Okay, so card club again, you'll make 2 of these, and then you will make 2 of these, and then you'll make 2 of these. This is that fancy kind of fold here. And just ignore the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I just use it for photography, so it lays flat. All right, and then we have this one here. And that's the inside soft succulent. So that's my card club. And then the host code here, let me explain that for you. I am trying to earn the incentive trip, and I've been working with my team to have them help me as well. So this is where I am at as of before I went on live. So the trip to Norway, I earned the trip last year, which was a cruise to, I don't remember, it got canceled. Instead we got a cashed out. But I used that money to go out to St. George, Utah, to my Uplines event, and I learned and met a lot of trip achievers too. So I am very close, like 2185 points I need by September 30th at 11:50 p.m. Mountain Time. So we all started out at 40,000. And then while I was gone, this was very interesting. Where's my pad of paper? So when I was gone on my adventure for a month of August, July 6th, I needed 8,895 points, or 16th. The 21st, which was my last live, I needed 7,614. And then all of August and a little bit of September, now I'm down to 2,185. How I get points 2 ways. Actually, yeah, 2 ways. One is by my team. So if a team member promotes, I will receive 2,500 points. I can earn the incentive trip by one promotion right now. Now, if somebody qualifies, and I have had 2 qualify within the last couple of weeks, I get 1,500 points towards this. So 2 qualifies, I can earn the trip that way. Another way I can do it is mix some team points with customer orders. So I know I'm going to be ordering for Card Club, so that will reduce this amount, but it will not reduce it all the way. So I need your help to earn the incentive trip. Less than 1% of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators worldwide earn the trip. And I earned it last year in the first 10 months. This year, since I went on my trip, I was gone, so I really couldn't really go full throttle on it. So, but I'm doing very, very well. And I'd love to get this down to about 1,000 points by like maybe the 20th of September, or maybe before. Maybe somebody on my team will promote, and there's quite a few of you that can promote. So some of you need just one recruit, and some of you just need a little bit of orders on your account. So again, 2,185 points. So less than 1% of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators earned the trip, and we earn it by lots of hard work, and not only by customer orders, but by team members helping out other team members. So if you would like to join Stampin' Up! In the Inspired Daisies team, let me know. We would love to have you on our team. And then if you would like to order, this is the ordering host code. So let me just grab those cards one more time. And I have 18 of these left. I'm really surprised this has not sold, because I think it's a beautiful class using the Wonderful World stamp set and designer series paper, which you will get for free. You're going to get all of this for free with a product order of $75 or more. And you get to make 8 cards, so 2 of each card. So this one here is a sympathy. I used Inspired Thoughts, by the way, for the stamp set. You can use whatever you want, or you can use Inspired Thoughts and order that one. I believe it was $19. So it's not a bad, it's not a very high price stamp set, but you have lots of options with it. So this was stamped in rich raspberry with the envelope, and the instructions will also have you adding your designer series paper to your envelope flap, because I think it's just a gorgeous set here. You could make 8 cards and give them as gifts as well. All right, you're going to get the ribbon as well. So I'll make sure I have all that. All the die cuts, any punching will be done by me. All you need to do is basically stamp, cut your designer series paper to the specs that I give you, and then just assemble it. It's so easy. So 2 of these. This is my favorite because I believe it is so striking with the Starry Night. I colored that with Stampin'. So what I did was I colored the stamp, Orchid Oasis, and then Mossy Meadow, and then I huffed on it. It's a huffing technique, so maybe I'll do that next on my next live. And then stamped it. That's how I got the 2 tones. But this is Starry Night, Daffodil Delight, and then the Wonderful World with 2 different patterns. And there's that organdy ribbon. Thank you so much. And then on the inside, and then there's your nice set of cards. So 2 of those. And then here's a Mossy Meadow theme with a thick basic white. That one I stamped the flower. And then here's the front of the envelope. And here is the back side as well. Used all different kinds of punches in this class as well. And then you make a difference every day. This is in Melon Mambo. Here's a pear pizzazz butterfly. And then that's the inside too. And then here is your envelope flap. So I think it's a really nice set. And it's all free with a qualifying order of $75. Anything above that, you will still get the kits for free. So if you need any information, all of this is on my website at inspiredbygraham.com. It's in the top right. And then for my card club, you will need to email me for that link. And we have 23 members, and I'm looking to get to 50 by the end of the year. So that will definitely help me achieve the 2,185 points I need by September 30th. So if you're out there and you would like to help me, I would appreciate it. And any demonstrator actually can order this class or order from me and get this free class as well. And customers as well. If you're not working with a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, then I hope you will order this class. I know you'll be happy with it. So I'm going to just check to see if there's any questions. If not, then I will see you on Monday. All right. Okay, it doesn't look like it, so I'm going to sign off and get to work on my celebration class. All right, you guys have a great weekend, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.